similarities from last year's Tennessee team to this year's, but what are some of the main differences you would say?
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong, but I think they're bigger, you know. Bigger, just so hard to score against. And when you're playing down against us, it really amplifies the physicality, you know. We played one of our money games on Thursday, and I think on Wednesday you guys played Louisville. Was it Louisville? And so I'm watching Louisville, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys had Louisville down 30-something. Just thinking about what was going to happen against us on Sunday today. So very physical, very disciplined, very simple in what they do. They know what they do, and they do it well. They're going to pound the ball in the post and out-rebound you. So wasn't much of a test for them today, but we enjoyed it.
Just what did you see from DJ today, and what's his growth been like this season?
Yeah, so DJ, he's an awesome kid. You know, he gets really emotional. Highs are highs, lows are lows. So we've tried to really kind of teach him what it means just to kind of be even keeled. When he plays with energy and kind of how we want him to play at our level, you know, he's pretty good. You know, he's every bit as athletic as anybody on the floor whenever he plays. He just got to learn to kind of stay in the moment and kind of do the things that, you know, we want him to do. But awesome kid. He's been fun to be around. I'm glad it's working out for him this time with us going forward. So.
What can your guys learn from that opening stretch where Tennessee's not hitting shots? You guys are having some success.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of been like that for us this year. When we're playing kind of our level, we've let a lot of things kind of snowball. You know, we're the kings at kind of string in 4 or 5, 6 bad plays on both ends of the floor at a time. So we've got to be better with that, and just kind of realizing the moment. So. But in an environment like that, you know, I told the kids, you know, before the game, hey, we're going to try to shoot 30 threes tonight, 30-plus threes, and if they go in, you may have a chance to kind of keep things close for a while, and if they don't, well, you know, what do we have to lose? So that's kind of our mindset going in. Let's shoot them. If you're open, get your feet set. You know, our Jacob Hogarth, our 5-man, shot a 3 early. So, yeah, we were just going to try to play as loose as we can. And if you make some early, you never know what can happen. But obviously that plan didn't work out too well. Somebody's got to bring up the refrigerator. Please. All my kids. I mean, when I got up this morning, and you guys, your media does a good job, or whoever you do does your Twitter, TikTok, Snap tweet, or whatever. And people started sending me all the stuff with my voice getting real slow. I mean, it's been awesome. So the Big South does every head coach, they always do a follow-up of a game, and every head coach has their nickname or whatnot. And so on their tweets, when they say if you won or lost, my nickname from this game is now the Boiling Springs Bandit. Since my kids, I never stole the drinks. My kids stole the drinks. And it's okay if my kids, they're young kids, my 5th grader, they could steal the drinks. My kids did, but that's everybody. They couldn't make it. They had church service today, so they stayed back. But they're, hey, Dad, did you get any more drinks? I said, nah, not this time. So it's been fun. I think 90,000 people saw that. I'm not a very famous guy, but that was awesome. Got a little bit of fame from that. So.
Does anything stand out from your return trip?
How awesome this place is. Man, it's fun to play in these. I mean, this is our 6th one of the year. You know, we've played 6 money games, and I like them. There's no pressure on us. You know, just having the experience, and the kids can see what this level's like. And Coach Barnes, you know, he's from our area. I don't know if you guys know that. He's played in our arena. You know, he played at Lenore Ryan, and they would have some games down in Boiling Springs and Lenore Ryan are very far apart. So he knows a lot of the same people, and he's such a class guy. and always a huge fan of his. I think you guys got a chance to be really good. I know you guys took that 3-game skid, but I find it hard-pressed, that there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to be better than you guys going from here on out. So.
Rick's talked a lot about Jacoby kind of learning how to run an offense and run the team, not just be a scorer. I guess from your perspective, what did you see today with him being able to manage the game?
Yeah, he stayed within himself. I've watched you guys a bunch this year, just over Thanksgiving break. When he's shooting the ball well from distance, he's even harder to guard, and I think that just kind of opens up the offense because now, teams have really got to kind of long close him, and he's really athletic. One of my assistants got mad at Spence Sims for us. Spence was a walk-on at Alabama last year. That's the kind of kids we get. Great kid. And he closed out to him in the corner late in the game, and he just kind of ripped the ball, went baseline, and one of my assistants got mad. I'm like, that kid's probably making $3 million, and my guy's got, Taco Bell coupons across the street from our campus. I'm like, why are we getting mad at the kid? He's really athletic getting to the rim, too. So, yeah, he's a tough cover. I know you guys had Zaki, however you pronounce his name last year. I think with the way this kid shoots it and kind of a little bit bigger and can get to the rim, he really makes you guys tough, kind of makes you guys go.
In the back. Back right.
Yeah, hey, Coach. Just listening to you last year, you're very open about mid-major basketball and kind of where you guys are in the pecking order of college basketball right now. I'm curious your thoughts about how mid-major basketball fits into this NIL landscape. Yeah,
it's tough, man. It's really hard. We don't have anything. We don't have any money. And a lot of people don't understand the revenue share. They don't get what that means. We're such a tuition-driven institution, and when you opt in, you can no longer have the numbers that you want. Like, I have to have 29 guys on my roster, 13 on scholarship, and I got 14 walk-ons, within our program, and that helps the school, and I'm glad to do it. It brings in $500,000 or $600,000. So we can't opt in, and obviously, there's not a lot of people just throwing money into a collective for us. This is my 13th year here. We've been able to win 7 of these games in my 13 years. We beat a really good Purdue team that went to the Sweet 16. We beat Clemson, Georgia Tech, Georgia, Nebraska. We've had Wake Forest, but now that gap is widened. Some of those kids that Tennessee's now getting, we could potentially get those kids now without. You pick up the phone and if you don't have X amount, you can't even get them on the phone anymore. So it's only going to continue to get wider, and my administration is fine with that, and I want to help the school as much as I can. I brought in a lot of money to help the school through these money games, and there's really not a plan going forward for us to get it, and we're fine. We'll do whatever the institution wants us to do, but it's going to be tough. If you look at it and follow the games, and there's very few of us low major, mid majors even competing in games like this anymore. So, but it's fine.
Any more for Coach? Thanks, Coach.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Merry Christmas. That is Lizzie's awesome.